So we actually have to change. Because what we're going to look for is tonight's sky. So tonight we're going to see tonight's sky. And as we go to tonight's sky, see what we want. Okay, so now we're set at tonight's sky, and we've got our sun going down in the west. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch our sunset, and as the sun goes down, then we're going to see a sunset over there in the west. And we can give you a sense of direction, so we can set up our cardinal points and make sure you can actually see which direction you're facing. But you know what? I want to show you something that's actually going to get lost in the twilight. So I'm going to completely cheat, and I'm going to get rid of the atmosphere. Because you know what? I want you to see a dark sky. So here's our dark sky, and I've totally cheated because now you really wouldn't be able to see it this fast because the sky is just barely getting dark. But that's because I don't want you to miss the planet Venus. And just setting over in the west is the planet Venus. Can everybody see the moon too?
Yeah.
Okay, there is the tiniest little beautiful sliver of moon, and the nice thing about that is here in the planetarium, I can make it bigger. But if you're looking at Venus, here's Venus in the sky, and did you know that Venus is getting really close to the sun? That means that Venus is actually a crescent also. So do you see that that's a crescent?
Yeah.
I'm going to back it up so you can actually see that it's still there. It's just that it's a tiny little crescent. So there's a little crescent Venus, and it's about to go right in front of the sun. So has everybody heard of the transit of Venus? Well, Venus is going to go right across the face of the sun. And so on June 5th, we're going to be open on a Tuesday, which we're never open on a Tuesday, but we're going to be, because that's the day when Venus goes across the face of the sun. And it's going to be visible. If you're in Hawaii, it's perfectly placed to see this. And it takes 6 hours for Venus to cross the face of the sun. So what I need everybody to do is go right to the gift shop and buy sun peeps. These are little viewing things that are making it safe to view the sun directly. And if you have a sun peeps, then you don't have to come to the museum when it's going to be insane on June 5th. There's going to be thousands of people here trying to look through telescopes and all the different things. So you can come here if you want to, but if you have your sun peep, then you can look at the face of the sun and see Venus crossing the sun. But if you miss this transit of Venus, there's only 2 per century, and we already missed the one in 2004. You know when the next one's going to be?
What?
2117 in 105 years. Anybody going to be 114 years old?
Yes.
Okay, even if you make it to 114 years old, you got a problem. And your problem is that if you get to 114 years old, your eyes don't work anymore. So you wouldn't see the next one anyway. So you really want to catch this one. Now we're going to be seeing Venus crossing the sun. And that's a pretty big deal. And at the end of this show, I'll show you a little bit of a movie that talks about that. But now I should probably put the moon back where it belongs, and I should probably put Venus
the moon?
But there's another planet up here. Everybody look straight up. This one is the red planet. Which one is the red planet? Okay, a few years ago, Mars and Earth were as close as they ever get to each other, and we had 3,000 people show up to see Mars in our telescope. And you know what? That's what it looked like. Okay, they were underimpressed because they were expecting to see this.
Whoa, that's Earth.
And so it's Mars, and we were showing people Mars, but it looked like that. And they were thinking, that's it? That's Mars in a telescope? It was a big telescope too. And we said, yep, that's Mars in a telescope. But they were expecting this. So there's Mars, but you know what? We do wow people because in a telescope we're going to see Saturn. And over here is the planet Saturn tonight, except that if you're looking in a telescope, let me show you what it looks like. Here in the museum we have a telescope, okay, not that big. It looks that big. And in our telescope you can see Saturn, and you can actually see the rings in our telescope. Of course, it's really cool when you can really blow it up and make it really gorgeous. But that's the planets that are in your night sky tonight. So we have 2 beautiful planets plus Venus. Hurry, because that one's going away quick. But now, we're going to look for constellations. And I bet you guys know one of the constellations right behind us. Everybody look way high in the sky. What is this group of stars? Anybody know?
The Big Dipper.
Very good. So when we're looking at the Big Dipper, that's what we see, is we see a little saucepan, something that looks like a saucepan. However, it's actually a part of a much bigger constellation, and it's called Ursa Major. What's an Ursa?
Oh.
An Ursa is a bear, and I realize this is a weird looking bear. What is weird about this bear?
It has a tail.
Do bears have long fluffy tails?
No.
No, they don't. But guess what? If you're looking for the Little Dipper, it also is a bear with a long fluffy tail. Weird. You ready for a story?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the thing is, if you're trying to find the North Star, and it's nice having the North Star up here, you use the Big Dipper, and you go from the handle to the bowl of the Big Dipper, and the two pointer stars point to the North Star Polaris. So there is Polaris, there's the Little Dipper, and there's the little bear, Ursa Minor. Now Ursa just means bear. But what's up with the tails? So the story, they didn't used to be bears. This was a beautiful lady. Her name was Callisto. She had a son named Arcus. But they weren't bears, they were people. And then Zeus, the king of the gods, he turned Callisto into a bear and sent her off to live in the woods. So she was off living in the woods as a bear, and somebody else raised her son, Arcus, because he was still a baby. So Arcus grew up, he became a hunter, and he's out in the woods one day and he sees a bear. It's his mom, but he doesn't know that. He just sees a bear, and his mom, Callisto, sees her son. She recognized him, and she was thrilled. She hadn't seen him in years, so she rushed up to greet him, and he saw a bear charging him. So he pulled out an arrow, stuck it in his bow, and he was about to pull back on his bow. And Zeus looked down and he thought, whoa, that's not going to happen. So he turned Arcus into a little bear. And then he grabbed both of those bears by their little tiny tails, and he swung them around his head for 3 days, stretching out their tails. And he turned them into constellations so that they would be up in the night sky forever. So we have two long-tailed bears in the north. All right, now I want you to look straight south, because if you're looking straight south tonight, you're also going to find a very pretty little constellation, and that is the Southern Cross. Now I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher, so we're going to go a little bit later tonight, and we'll show you how we can turn the night sky, and that means that the Earth is spinning, and that stars are rising in the east, and they're setting in the west. So say goodbye, Venus. Venus is going away. Bye. Everybody say goodbye, Venus.
Bye, Venus.
If you wait too late, you'll have to say goodbye to the moon. Say goodbye, moon.
Goodbye.